What's up, party people? Cody here with another episode of Everybody's Top 3. Joining me today is my co-host, Kristen.
What's up?
Our good friend Brad is our guest today.
How's it going, guys?
Today we are going to do our favorite South Park characters, excluding the four main characters. Those characters being Kenny, Cartman, Kyle, and Stan. Because this is his first episode with us, I think we're going to have Brad start today. And we're going to start with our number 3 characters. Brad, what's your character? What's your number 3?
So I know you guys wanted to go from least to favorite.
Yeah.
But you can look at it as that way, but it's hard for me to look at it that way because South Park's one of my most favorite shows ever, and I love every fucking character on that show.
Everyone?
Yeah,
There's
dude.
some really annoying ones, don't say that.
Yeah, but they're all funny in their own way. So if we're gonna first I'm gonna say I had to go with a clique because I can't really say the individual, and I figured the clique would be okay, but the clique is the goth kids. So they were introduced in the episode Raisins. Remember that episode with the girls that it's like Hooters. Butters loves up on the one chick.
Oh, is it the one when Butter falls in love with
yeah,
the one?
Yeah,
Okay.
he keeps calling her.
They take Stan to Raisins because Wendy breaks up with him.
Yeah.
Leaves him for token.
But after that, they became regular background characters with occasional big roles, including one episode where they even took over the title sequence and sung their own original version with new lyrics. The first characters to have done that. I don't really remember that. I don't remember that beginning, and I want to go back and find it now.
That's not true, though.
It's
Butters
not?
did it. Butters' very own episode. Didn't they completely redo the whole fucking beginning for that?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
and
sure
that's funny because I just watched that episode.
I'm pretty sure they did a whole Butters thing.
Yeah, because
everybody knows it's Butters. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And that
You're
was
right.
way before that episode.
And then they have the Scott
You're
Malkinson
right.
one.
What's that?
The Scott Malkinson has his own intro thing.
Who?
The
No way.
diabetes dude. It's a later season.
Oh, Scott Tenorman. It's,
no, Malkinson. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has
The
his
diabetes kid.
Yeah, he has his own. Yeah, I forget exact labs in the episode, but I remember
the diabetes kid.
They're always like, I'm Scott Malkinson. I had diabetes.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps mocking, or Cartman keeps mocking him.
Yeah.
And his
Oh
dad.
my God.
In that Disney Plus episode, his dad picks on him too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Scott Malkinson. I have diabetes. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh man.
It's like the worst thing to make fun of
I
somebody
love
for
that
is
show.
diabetes.
But the goth kids, I want to say Henrietta is my favorite out of them all.
Because her parents are incredibly happy.
And she's just like, get out of here, I hate you.
Yeah. She's the only one they really talk about, though, separately.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
they did. So they had the whole fucking emo episode where, like, Henrietta got taken away and they made her into an emo. And then come to find out it was just some fucking game show at the end.
I forgot about that.
Is that the plant one?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a game show in the end?
Yeah, in the end, they're like, you've been scared or some shit like that.
It was like a reality show or something
God,
like
I
that.
never watched
the caretaker of these plants is like, I've been doing this for years or some shit, taking care of these plants. And
it has that Alan Poe dude in it, right?
And
yeah,
like, he's
fucking.
like the ghost.
What was
he's
his?
just an emo ghost.
What the hell was his Night Pain? That was his goth name.
Yeah, well, fucking. Yeah, okay.
But they had that episode. The goth kids were the tall goth. Oh, I can't remember his name, but he went off with Stan in the one episode where they got served.
The dancing one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got F'd in the A.
Yeah. And Butters fucking with the tap and shit.
Dancing,
Man.
He's the only one. They're all like, no, dance squads are for conformists. And he's the one, I'm the least conformist of all of you. That's why I'm going to join this dance crew.
Oh, that kid reminded me of some kids in high school.
Dude, yeah, the whole clique.
When he asks them how they dance or if they know how to dance, they're like, yeah, the goth way of dancing is turning back and forth and looking at the ground while taking a drag of your cigarettes every 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh man, that's fucking.
They play a good part in the games too. I forget which one. I think it's
I think
Stick
it's
of
the
Truth.
second one.
They're in Stick
right?
of Truth when you have to get the coffee from Tweak's shop and then bring it back. I just played it, so I think
I wish I'd have wrote more down about Stick of Truth because
Yeah.
there's so much in that game that just
It's
makes
a long game.
the whole fucking South Park story better.
I love it.
Both of them are fucking amazing games.
It's just the fighting, and they're different, so it's like I definitely
I
like Stick of
didn't-
Truth more.
Yeah, I didn't like the fractured buttholes. Like, I liked how you could block on the Stick of Truth,
True.
and with
Yeah.
the fractured butthole, you just have to move to
It was more like a
certain
chess thing.
Yeah.
I like the chess aspect of it though.
No.
You
I thought that was
oddball.
awesome.
I like free. I like doing what I want.
It did bother me that you couldn't block though.
Yes.
I thought that was kind of an important thing to leave out was the blocking.
These dudes are always hanging out at fucking Benny's and the Village Inn drinking coffee.
Yep, drink coffee. And yep, they always drank coffee and smoked cigarettes, and they dress in black. And you had to change yourself into that on Stick of Truth to have them join your team. You had to go buy a pack of cigarettes from the 6th graders. You had to get coffee from Tweak's parents, and then you had to go buy black clothes from a homeless dude outside of the.
That's funny.
I'm starting to kind of remember all of this from Stick of Truth now. I
Yeah,
haven't played it in such a
I
long
just
time.
played it this year.
Shit, dude, I haven't played it. I mean, this was like pre-Leo, and he's 2 now.
Pre-Leo. It's like how you're basing your time is pre and post cartoon. It's funny.
Pre my child being born.
At least you say that your son's 2 and not like however many months he is. That annoys me so
Yeah,
much.
that is a really douchey thing to do.
He's 24 months. He's 2.
He's
Say
2.
two.
He's 2, dude.
Some moms just don't let go, dude. But I understand it now. So I'm gonna move on.
Well,
I'll do my third.
you want to do yours first?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're going one at a time. Three,
All right,
three,
all
three.
right.
My third is the Chinese dude that works at City Walk. Or City Walk.
The one who's actually white?
Yeah, that his other name is Dr. William.
But what if
Janus.
let's just let him keep thinking he's Chinese?
Yeah.
How
I just
hilarious
watched
would it
that
be
episode,
if
too.
you picked your 3 were just that guy's 3 characters?
Yeah, because he's
With the
Billy.
Chinese guy, the Japanese guy, and then
He's
who he really
the
is.
little kid Billy on that episode with Butters when it like tells how he had split personality or whatever, and he's like on the little
yeah.
tricycle and he's like want to play a game, and he's like goes over to Butters.
Because he's Butters' therapist or something, isn't he?
Yeah, and he tries to convince Butters that he has split personality because he has a fucking imagination like a kid.
Yeah.
So he's like construction Butters, then like all these other ones he just plays. And then he goes, Butters is like, I'm going to video myself because he kept waking up with piss all over himself. And he's like, I'm going to video myself while I sleep. And it shows the therapist coming and beating the shit out of him and pissing all over him. But I also watched yesterday the episode where, what is it? Christmas in Canada when, it's like the Wizard of Oz when the kids go to Canada to get Chris Ike back from his parents.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it fucking has them go to City Walk Airlines.
Oh, and then it goes
and then
down.
it goes down, and,
And he just jumps out.
they're like 3,000, and he's like 2,000, and they're like $50, and he's like however much, and then they just kept, and then he settled on $62.
Did you have? You said you had the first episode he was in?
Nope.
Because I think I know which one it is.
What one?
I'm pretty sure it's the one where he builds the wall for him.
Yeah,
I
think it
I
is
think that's
that
the
one.
first one.
I was just gonna say that's my favorite episode that he's in.
for
I
sure.
don't think I've ever seen it because I saw
Really?
shit about that, but I don't think I saw it.
What?
Yeah.
It is
you
one
have
of
to
the
go-
best episodes of
Dude,
all time.
I'll
you
have to
have to
go
go
back.
back and watch it.
How come
It's-
every time a Chinese person builds a wall, Mongolian guy come try and tear it down?
Dude, and then that's the episode where like they ship the kids off.
Yeah. Because they're afraid that they're going to get kidnapped. So they
Yeah.
just get rid of them.
And then like 2 days later they come back. Randy's like, Stan, your name's Stan.
I know. I was only gone for like 3 days.
Oh my god.
I like the episode when it's with the Japanese, and he kept like stereotyping them, saying they commit suicide.
Oh, I just watched that one
and
too.
then he rubs his hands after he tries to make amends. He's like, "Meet me here at this time." Then he turns around and he like rubs his fucking hands together. And he's like, "Yes, dude." Oh, that's the split personality one.
Yeah,
that's
'cause
it?
yeah,
his
it's the same
side-
one.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that episode in a really long time.
Because he's like,
Wow.
shit, I'm late after they find out that he has split personality. It's like, shit, I'm late. And then goes up to the top of the tower with the Japanese dude. And then they're like, he's white. He's not. And then the Japanese
Like-
dude commits suicide because he found out that he was being tricked by a white
Let's
person.
talk about how genius it is that the writers thought of that fucking crazy
Dude.
twists.
It was
Turns.
perfect. It was perfect.
Do you guys?
Never
Do
saw
you
it
guys?
coming.
You know the last scene of that episode, where it's zooming in on
Yeah,
the guy.
yeah.
You know where that's from?
No.
That is from Psycho. That's the last scene of the movie Psycho, the original one.
Really?
It just because do you guys know anything about Psycho?
Not
No.
really.
So I'm just
The
gonna
one with
completely ruin it.
fucking.
Not Vince Vaughn. Before that, it's an Alfred Hitchcock movie from like I think 1960.
Oh, okay.
It's
never
black
mind.
and white. It had like
I'm thinking of Christian Bale.
you're thinking American Psycho,
Oh, okay, okay.
but this is Psycho. This is an old movie.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock. The whole thing about that movie is it's about a murder. A guy who owns a hotel, and murders keep happening there. People keep disappearing there, and the detective goes there to investigate. And he starts thinking that it's this guy that runs the hotel's mother who's doing the murders. And then the end of the movie, spoiler alert, you find out that the guy's mother died a long time ago, and he's just been keeping the body, and he had split personalities, and he was acting as the mother.
I'm going to fucking watch this.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
an old movie. It's
Side
black and
note.
white and everything. But that's the last scene of the movie is they put him in an insane asylum. And he's sitting there with the straitjacket on, and they zoom in the exact same way, like slowly, with him saying that shit in his head. But he doesn't think he's Norman Bates. He thinks he's the mother. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like he's
okay,
zooming in,
I
like, and
get
it's like the
that.
voice of the mother, like an old lady. It's like him,
So that's
it's
probably
the
what
guy
that
doing an old
whole.
lady talk.
That's probably what that whole episode was based off of. Then.
Sort of, yeah.
And then
And,
they had
um,
racism in it.
And the whole
The
fly
Japanese
thing when he's
shit.
like, they'll see. I wouldn't even hurt a fly. That's all straight from Psycho. It's
No
like
shit.
a fly lands on him, and like in his head he's saying that. And then it like slowly fades into a skull, like his face does.
Man, that's
I love
so
the,
cool.
I love the movie.
That's so
movie
cool.
references in South Park. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite parts.
I
of
noticed
the
most
show.
of them, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that a lot of cartoons do some good shit with movie references. I've seen Family Guy episodes and The Simpsons episodes doing fucking kind of taking the idea from somewhere else.
It's like a parody of it.
Yeah, yeah.
American Dad does that with music videos and music more than movies.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Family Guy does too. You know, they completely redo entire music videos.
Yeah.
Just with the characters in the fucking show. It's kind of cool.
I think South Park does it best though.
Oh yeah, South Park's perfect. But
Yeah, it's like the episode with the fucking blockbuster. That's
Yeah,
all The
dude.
Shining.
yes,
It's all
Yep.
based on The Shining.
Yep.
Oh, what were you saying, Kristen?
you will know the answer to this question. So, Psycho, is that the movie for the documentary that Cat won? That the murder dude was like copying. Remember, because he kills that dude in the hotel.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The Be Nice to Cats documentary on.
No, that was cruel. Not Cruel Intentions. That was Basic Instinct.
Oh, okay. Because he kind of. But I just thought maybe because he killed that dude in a hotel and he was trying to copy movies, so I thought maybe he was trying to copy that. Because he he tried to be like those movies. Those.
Yeah, that was because he was like obsessed with Sharon Stone,
Oh, okay.
and that movie's not. That's not that old.
That
That's only
documentary
in like the
fucked me up.
90s.
But that's not what we're talking about. But I thought maybe that movie was that. Okay, that's my third.
Now every
All right.
time I watch that scene, I'm gonna
Yeah.
just think
You
about
should at least go get on YouTube and watch the Psycho scene
yeah.
and just check it out just to see like the similarities and everything. It's pretty cool. My number 3 is Butters.
Really
Yeah, I picked Butters as my number 3
nice.
because he's just the butt of everybody's jokes. It's
I love
fucking
him.
great.
He takes it very. I mean, I actually just watched one of the. I think it's season 21 where he's doing that whole wieners out thing, and
Yeah.
he's like really taking control. Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Number 2's Butters for me. So we can just
Word.
talk about Butters now.
Yes,
Because if you
same here.
Your number 2 is Butters.
Yeah.
Awesome. I had a feeling that we might cross with
Yeah,
that one.
dude.
That's the
I
only
mean,
one that I was like, maybe
Like
they
there was part of me that was like, man, they're really close to the main 4 kids there.
I mean, he becomes the main 4. I wrote
Yeah.
that
Oh,
down.
definitely, yeah.
After the episode Trapped in the Closet. No. After the episode Kenny dies.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
very
'cause
next
they
episode
find-
is called Butters' very own episode.
Yeah.
And it's all about Butters and his finding out his dad's gay. It's
Yeah,
the
and his
episode.
mom
I
tries
mean, we literally
killing him
just
in
talked
the
about it
end.
a second
Yeah,
ago.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
it's probably the first episode that does do their own intro.
Yeah, that's
But I wrote down
Interesting.
So that episode, Trey Parker and Matt Stone have come out and spoken out against that episode because of the way that they portrayed John Benet Ramsey's parents and Gary Condit in the episode. Because they have that whole thing where Butters' parent or Butters' dad just like screams in their faces like, "You killed your kid! You did it! You're a murderer!" And since that episode came out, there's been evidence against both John Benet Ramsey's parents, saying that they evidence coming out proving that they were innocent, and the same thing with Gary Condit, who everybody thought killed his girlfriend and got away with it. But they did not apologize to O.J. Simpson, who was also portrayed in that episode. But yeah, they've come out, they've released statements saying like, "Oh, we regret it 100%. We never should have done it. We don't know who killed those people.
Right.
So there's no reason why we should be accusing anybody else of it." So they completely denounced the episode.
it is a good episode though. Either way.
Yeah.
So you
it's
think
pretty
that's
hysterical.
do you think that's something that will they'll take out of their library sometime?
No, I doubt it, because they've also denounced the first 4 seasons.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, that's before we really knew our voice, and we think all those episodes suck."
Oh my god! But
So
they're
I
so
really-
not
I don't-
bad.
They're so anti-censorship. I don't see them doing that. I don't think see them ever taking any episodes out like those two,
Right.
Trey and Matt. Obviously, episodes have been pulled,
I mean,
but
it's a part of your growth.
yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, they learned about things and matured and shit. And I mean, there's plenty of things that we used to do that I'd look back at and be like, "That's stupid."
Yeah, it's
Why'd
pretty
I do
dumb.
that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Like-
growth.
My favorite Butters moment is when Lisa Berger comes to the school and Wendy convinces her to ask Butters on a date.
I know what you're talking about.
And he goes,
I
I
don't
wrote
know.
down the quote, dude. It's on it's on the Hobbit episode, if that refreshes your memory.
The
But-
Kanye West one, right?
And she goes up in the cafeteria, asks him out, and he's like, "Oh no, Lisa, I really appreciate the offer, but you're too fat for me."
Blatant as
nice.
hell, nice as hell.
Wendy freaks the fuck out on him.
That's the episode
He's
when
so
the
genuine.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
When they start doing all the Photoshop.
Yeah, and
stuff.
everybody starts saying that she's hot just because her pictures on
Yeah.
Facebook are hot.
I just love it. I really appreciate the offer, but you're too fat for me.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Um,
I watched it the other day and I died. I'm like,
I
I have to
can't-
pick Butters.
I think, man, he's had many moments because, like we discussed,
Dude.
he's pretty much a mainstay and always has been.
And he's just always been the butt of the jokes. I wrote down my favorite episodes, which the first one, Butter's very own episode, season 5, episode 14. But also Professor Chaos, season 6, episode 6. Freak Strike, which is season 6, episode 3. You Got F'd in the A, which we just talked about earlier, which is season 8, episode 4. And The Death of Eric Cartman, season 9, episode 6.
Is that the Wii one?
Which, The Death of Eric Cartman is the one where Cartman eats all the skin off of the KFC.
Oh, yeah.
I just
dude.
watched that.
That
And they
episode's
convince-
pretty fucking
They
funny.
just ignore him, so he thinks he's dead.
Yeah.
Man,
But Butters isn't in on it, so he thinks that he's talking to a ghost.
Yeah.
I can't really pick a favorite Butters moment because I like all the Professor Chaos stuff. All of that.
Absolutely.
Like the episode
Yeah.
called Professor Chaos, the shit he does in the Coon and Friends episodes.
The episode with the weapons, the fun time with weapons.
Yeah, they dress him up as a dog.
He takes the thing in the eye.
Jared
it's
has
so fucking
AIDS.
awesome.
He's like-
That one's good.
That's a great one too.
When
Yeah.
they give him lipo.
Or don't they try to give
Butters,
Butters AIDS?
are you getting liposuction in the living room? Yeah,
Yeah.
Dad. What do we tell you about getting liposuction in the living room?
I know. I'm grounded.
Oh my god. That shit's hilarious.
And I think my hands down favorite is the episode with the you got F'd in the A where they get served. I think that's my favorite episode because
Yeah.
like I don't know, it just him killing all those people just made me laugh so fucking hard.
The
Both
Hawaii
times.
one. The Hawaii
Both
one
times.
with
That
puberty.
one's alright. I wasn't too stoked on that one.
The beginning when he's just being a dick to everybody's funny. Then when he gets to Hawaii,
Yeah.
that's stupid. But when he's mean.
I like
The Howley.
when he becomes a pimp.
Yeah.
Selling kisses and shit.
Yeah.
Then he starts getting real hoes.
He's like, be my bottom bitch.
Yeah. That one's
Butters
really
bottom
funny.
bitch.
Oh my god. He was voiced by Matt Stone.
Yep.
I saw it says his first appearance. What I saw said his first appearance was in season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, that's
Cartman gets probed.
the one.
Oh, yeah. He
The
is in that.
what is it? The Butters' very own episode. That's
Mhm.
just the first time he started. That was when he first became part of the gang. Really, well, it wasn't really when he first became part of the gang. It's the first episode that was fully focused on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the next episode, he became part of the gang because they were making him dress up like Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
And they
They
made
call
him
him
be
not
Kenny.
Kenny.
And that was one of the things that I liked about Freak Strike is they talked him into doing the whole balls on the
But,
chin
yeah.
thing by just being like Kenny would have done it.
Yeah.
You're nowhere near as cool as Kenny was, and it works. Like he eventually is just like, okay, I'll do it. And that's just like what they do for like that entire season is just keep telling him like, oh, Kenny would have done this. You suck compared to Kenny.
This is more about Cartman, but in the Jared Has AIDS episode, when Cartman stays at the house to talk for Butters on the phone, and he says the meanest shit to his Butters' parents.
Yo, and that was just hilarious too when they
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, can you do a Butters impression?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Butters and I'm a little faggot. Like, oh, that was pretty good.
And Butters is like, thank you. You're a really good friend. And Cartman's like, anytime. And they like storm up to the fucking house and kick his ass. It was funny.
Oh my god.
I just watched it yesterday.
Butters is a man.
And he's just straight up, hi, Dad. Just starts beating the shit out of him.
Yo,
Cartman sits outside.
when he steps up to his grandma and whispers all that
Oh,
shit
yeah.
to her in the end.
Well, just that whole, there's just something like undeniably funny to me about an old lady beating the shit out of a little kid.
Dude,
They're
it
just
is
not
funny.
beating the shit out of, but just being a fucking bully to a little kid. It's just so fucking hilarious to me.
It's like, I wish I could.
Dude, picking on little kids is so much fun, and like old ladies are supposed to be the ones that don't do that.
That's, so
That's
funny.
right. Cody just admitted it.
Well,
Picking on
picking
little
on little
kids
kids
is
is fun,
fun.
man.
No, I'll admit, when I see a video of a kid fall, I laugh at it.
Dude, when that whole fucking
Dude, same.
the cheese challenge thing, you guys remember that? Where people were posted like videos of them throwing slices of cheese on their babies?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The first time I saw that, I watched the video probably 1,000 times. Just laughing my ass off.
It's pretty. Oh, man, that was a good trend. That was a good trend.
It's probably the last trend that I really, truly enjoyed.
Since we both have two out now because we also did Butters, you should do another one then.
Oh, yeah, I'll do my second one. My second one, this is the one that I kind of cheated a little bit. It's the combination of Jimmy and Timmy.
Okay. I agree with that.
Because it's not necessarily them separately aren't necessarily my favorite, but I'll love all the episodes that they're together.
That one when like Timmy's jealous of Jimmy, isn't that one of them? And then they kind of fight.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first episode that Jimmy is in, and the whole fight is scene for scene, shot for shot, the fight between Keith David and Roddy Piper in the movie They Live.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, shot for
Oh,
shot.
I still gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, if you look up a YouTube video, there's a YouTube video that just shows it side by side, the whole thing. In They Live, it's Roddy Piper is trying to force sunglasses onto Keith David, and in South Park, Jimmy is trying to force a hat onto Timmy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you got Jimmy going, put on the fucking hat. And then they live. You got Roddy Piper going, put on the fucking glasses. It's pretty great. It's literally the best fucking movie parody that they did. Hands down, in my opinion.
It is good. What other episodes are there? Oh, the steroids one?
Up the Down Steroid, which is season 8, episode 2.
That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it's like, that's one of the episodes that shows that Timmy isn't like mentally challenged. He just can't talk.
Yeah.
Because he has like that whole conversation with Mr. Garrison, or not Mr. Garrison, Mr. Mackey.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, Timmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yes, Jimmy Vollmer. Yeah, dude.
And I also wrote down the one that's called Crippled Summer, which is season 14, episode 7.
Oh, yes.
So there's that whole episode. You can't really find that much information about this, but I remember watching it like live when it first came out. And the episodes before that were the episodes 200 and 201, which I think have been like, I don't think you can find them anymore. I think you got to look them up online because they had they depicted Muhammad in them. Because it was the episodes. I don't know if you guys have seen them where they it's just a whole thing where they're trying to show an image of Muhammad. I can't remember the exact thing. They had to bury their heads. It was Family Guy was going to show an image of Muhammad.
Yeah.
And it was a whole controversy in South Park. I don't know, are those episodes still on HBO?
Yeah.
See, I thought they completely wiped them.
I feel like
but they're heavily edited.
I didn't just see them, but I know I think Muhammad's just like they put a big old censor bar over him or something.
Mm-hmm. That's not supposed to be it, though. It's not supposed to do that. That's the TV companies, Comedy Central and HBO. They're the ones that do that. It's supposed to just depict Muhammad. And
I'll have to go back and look because I know I've seen that episode.
In the second episode, they which is 201, they bleep every single time somebody says Muhammad. So you watch the episode, like every couple of sentences, they just bleep out the word Muhammad. And then Kyle gives a speech at the end, and they bleep the entire speech. Because it was an anti-terrorism speech about how we shouldn't give in to terrorism and how we shouldn't, if we give in to them, then they win and all that. And they just bleep the whole thing out. So I wanted to bring that up because Trey Parker and Matt Stone were not happy about that.
Yeah, I bet.
They were very censored. So they literally, I had trouble finding the quote, but I remember reading it when I was young. I think I did eventually find it. Did I read it here? Oh yeah, okay. After the Muhammad episode, I think it was Trey Parker said, after the censoring of the Muhammad episode, Trey Parker said, we'll be back next week with a whole new episode and we will see what happens to it. So I firmly believe that they made the episode Crippled Summer because they wanted to be as offensive as possible to show you're not going to edit this, but you're going to edit a picture of Muhammad. That was the whole point. In my opinion, that was the whole point. They were
Brad
just trying to be offensive.
talked about how offensive they made them seem, the cripple.
Yeah, they turned them into Looney Tune characters.
Yeah.
They literally had mentally challenged people depicted as Looney Tune characters.
I literally said, I was like, do you think they got shit for making them look the way they did?
Yeah.
But they didn't get shit because of all the controversy surrounding the episodes beforehand.
Right.
Like they literally got away with doing that, and it was a protest. It was saying like, look, they think this is okay. This is incredibly offensive, and they say this is okay, but I can't show a picture of Muhammad. Like how fucked up is that?
I mean, the episode's great.
It is pretty
Nathan
ridiculous.
And
the guy keeps getting raped by the shark,
and it's all because like they would be afraid terrorists get pissed off, right?
Yeah.
Attack us.
Well, it was right around. I think it was like a year or so after the time. I want to say it was Denmark got attacked by terrorists for having a comic strip that had a picture of Muhammad in it, and they got the company the newspaper company or magazine or whatever that put it out got bombed. Like there was like a suicide bomber showed up. I think it was in Denmark. And then it was after that started. Somebody started a thing in Texas. It was all after the South Park thing. It was all because of the South Park being edited, where they started a thing on Facebook where they were like, "Draw Muhammad." They had a National Draw Muhammad Day, and they wanted people to submit their depictions of Muhammad so they could put it all over the internet. Just as it was again, just as a protest to be like we won't give in to your terrorism.
Yeah.
I mean,
America.
They're smart dudes, man. They're so smart.
They are.
So that was your number 2?
Yeah, my number 2 was Timmy and Jimmy. Both of them voiced by Trey Parker.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Timmy's
cool.
character is not hard. Well, Jimmy's would be hard.
Jimmy's is probably a little bit harder. Timmy's is a bit. I think
Timmy.
anybody
I
could
fucking
do
do
Timmy.
Timmy.
Yeah, anybody could do Timmy.
Timmy.
His episode Timmy with the what the fuck is he was in the band and people are like, stop making fun of him.
Oh yeah.
Timmy and the Lords of the Underworld.
Yeah, okay.
That's probably my favorite.
He talks in
Timmy
that at the
episode.
end, right? There's one when he
No.
talks. He says something in one of them where he straight up says words that aren't Timmy.
If he did, it wasn't more than
think-
one
Okay.
word.
I don't know. I think you're delusional.
No, I don't think so. I'll look it up.
All right, look it up. We need a laptop guy.
Nah, we don't need a laptop guy on this fucking show. We need a laptop guy on the other one. But
yeah.
anyway,
Laptop,
you want
huh?
to tell us your number 1?
Yeah, dude. I feel like everyone saw this coming, but Mr. Randy Marsh
Yep.
is my
Yup,
number 1
that's
guy.
Exactly.
I purposefully left him off
Same.
because
See,
I knew
I knew it. I knew that was the guy everyone was thinking of because he's the best.
he is.
He's the best
funniest.
character that isn't the main guy.
Yeah, he really is. I agree with that 100%.
Everything he fucking does is hilarious.
Yeah.
Everything.
yeah.
I agree 100%. The fucking my favorite one, the first one that I realized he's like the best character is when he stole that fucking thing for the Pinewood Derby, like the uranium for the Pinewood Derby,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
all
the
like they
space
show
money.
the videos and he's dressed like Princess Leia. And then in the video, they're like, "We're looking for Princess Leia of Alderaan."
The fucking episode when it was like the DNA one when he makes out with that
That was recent.
one's so good.
That's the
though.
most recent one. Not most recent, but season 21. They're doing like DNA swabs and shit, and he pays an indie guy to make out with him so he can.
Oh yeah,
But he
okay.
was Christopher
He wants
Columbus.
to be Native
Yeah.
American.
And he had like so much Christopher Columbus merch and
Like he loves Christopher
outfits.
Columbus, but it's PC to hate the guy.
Oh, that's the Christopher Columbus episode. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
And the kids are fighting to
It's
keep
so
the day off.
funny. Or the baseball one. I watched this one
Yes.
yesterday
Where-
when he's in the
yes.
audience and he's like,
And
Gets drunk.
I like that episode because I hate baseball and all the kids hated baseball.
Yeah.
I was like, I totally relate to this because this is how I felt when I fucking played baseball. Like just waiting to get out so we can go to like KFC or Pizza Hut.
what does Randy say all the time in that? It's like a guinea pig, the big guinea pig that takes over the town. And there was like this one quote he always said while he's like doing the documentary. He's like, is it startled me or
I think so.
I love that. I don't know
That
why.
episode, that episode was pretty.
It's
funny.
not on YouTube TV. It's the only it's totally
What was
out
that?
of the season.
It was the pandemic episodes.
Yes, yep.
There was like 2 of those.
And they're not on YouTube TV, and it pisses me off.
What?
Those 2 episodes.
Oh, you don't have HBO?
No.
I thought you had HBO.
Are they on HBO?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to watch it so
I
bad.
was like, I was gonna say, did they fucking get rid of them because of the word pandemic? And they're called pandemic.
No, but
That might be why it's off of YouTube, though, because YouTube has a lot of restrictions.
Yeah, YouTube's fucking gay.
Yeah.
Fuck YouTube.
yeah,
To everybody that's listening to this on YouTube, fuck YouTube.
you know, there is plenty of videos out there of creators saying YouTube's a piece of shit.
Yeah, as
There's
on YouTube.
so many. We could probably look thousands upon thousands up right now if we wanted to. It'd just creators be like, I have a fucking problem with YouTube.
That's why they go to TikTok.
But cartoons do it with their networks all the time. You
Family
see
Guy
Simpsons
all the time.
Dude, Simpsons is always ragging on Fox.
Well, Simpsons rags on Fox because Fox canceled Futurama while they were still one of the best shows on the channel.
Really?
I don't agree
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
why they're always
but
talking
didn't-
trash about
didn't
Fox.
The Simpsons like rag on Fox before? I mean,
Maybe.
Futurama came out
I hate
a
Futurama.
long time ago.
You're
I don't know
There's
why.
something fucking wrong.
Like
with that.
I've watched.
Your
I
most
opinion
of
is
them,
wrong.
That's why I didn't put that down on the list of things I want to do.
But honestly, I know most of the. I've watched like all of them.
I've watched all of them too. They're fucking
I just
amazing.
can't get into it. I just can't get into
It's
it.
okay.
How- You can't get into it, but you watch fucking
Yeah.
50 hours of it.
Yep. Background
She
noise.
gave it a big chance.
Yeah.
Dude,
Bob's
Bender is
Burgers.
the greatest
Watch that.
character ever created of all time.
Roger is.
Ever. Now, fuck
Roger.
Roger.
We can save that for
Fuck
another
Seth
time.
MacFarlane.
Oh,
Whoa,
my-
dude. You're opening up a fucking Pandora's box right now.
All right. So, what was your one? Oh, Randy.
Randy Marsh.
Yeah.
Randy,
Randy
back to
Marsh.
Randy Marsh.
That's your number one, right?
Yeah.
Everything about him.
Voiced by Trey Parker. One of his most famous aliases, Lord.
Lordy, Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am Lord.
The N-word guy. One of the most one of the funniest episodes
I
ever.
totally
I
forgot
know
about
what it is,
that.
but I don't want to say it.
That actually happened.
We can.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
It did. Because I thought, you know, I don't ever think a cartoon's parodying something that crazy, I guess.
And like relevant.
And when I first learned that oh yeah, I believe it was you that was like, that really happened. I was like, what? I immediately looked up the video. I'm like,
I think
Oh
you
my-
told me. It
I
must
Did
have
I?
been-
told
don't think
you.
it was
I
me.
told you. I remember
Oh
looking
my
up the video
God.
and sending it to you.
oh my God. I was like, dude, welcome to the most uncomfortable fuck on live TV, dude. Live TV.
I don't know what to say about that person though. It's like, do you feel bad for him, or do you be like, well,
You
like,
all
you
thought
kinda
it.
deserve
you
it.
all thought it, dude.
was it the same word? Was it the word naggers?
I think it was exactly the same thing. I think it was naggers.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch
Because-
that. I want to hear the audience reaction to it. I'm assuming it's
I
just,
think it was
is
crickets.
just silent.
It was just
Silence.
yeah.
I don't think he actually said it. I think he just picked the letter N.
Yeah, and then he never
Or
said.
I.
So it could be
instead of
na-
A.
yeah, and then
That's
like
almost funnier. Like that's almost way more hilarious to see N space GGERS and be like I.
But that was a really good fucking episode.
cock magic. That's a good episode.
Oh, where
Where he thinks he's talking about his dick
Yeah.
doing magic tricks,
Oh
but
my
they're
God,
doing
dude.
magic with the fucking chickens.
yeah,
in the
the chickens
basement at
are
City
playing Magic the Gathering in the basement.
I don't even remember that episode.
Really?
It's
Oh, dude,
hilarious.
it's fucking ridiculous.
I remember him playing with his dick and calling it cock magic.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
that
only thing that
episode.
The
I
boys were
remember.
talking about cockfights that were happening, and
but they were
With
just
magic.
but they weren't
just playing
cockfights.
Magic the
The
Gathering.
cocks were
Yeah.
just playing Magic the Gathering. Yeah. It was a pretty fucking funny I mean,
Randy's
like I said,
so
South Park's
fucking
one of the
funny.
best shows of all time. So, like, all their episodes are just freaking gold.
And just him creating Integrity Farms is pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Like that's.
I was gonna mention that motherfucker was a geologist, and he goes to farming hemp.
It was
Good move.
really a geologist though.
No,
In the
no.
beginning episodes, he was.
When's the
Yeah.
only time you see him at work? In the frickin' Goobax episode where he brings Stan to work, and it's just in this little office somewhere.
It's like what geology are you doing in that little office? Like what kind of geology do you do in a cubicle?
He
He-
was seeing.
Well, in the Lord episodes, he's working
That's a completely.
Be-
That's true. That's true.
because
You're right.
the
You're right.
bathroom episode when they wanted her to
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
And
So
all of
he's
this,
work-
and I just remember him talking to his friends at work too in that episode.
Oh yeah, the dude with the big nose. Yeah, he has a big nose.
But
again.
he took a good move doing cannabis, right?
Well,
Hell
what
yeah.
about the best? I was just gonna say, what about the best episode with Randy, which was the one where he gives himself testicular cancer so he can smoke weed.
Yes.
He has to start bouncing around on his own balls.
I believe that episode's
one's
called
good.
Medical Fried Chicken.
Yeah, because Cartman, because they get rid of KFC.
Yeah, and everyone starts getting cancer, and the doctor's like, ever since we got rid of KFC, everybody's been getting testicular cancer.
he just shoved his balls in a microwave.
Dude, my favorite part in the episode is just nonchalant. Stan walks out and says, Dad, Mom says to stop trying to give yourself cancer. I'm just going to get a little bit of cancer, Stan.
So he's like,
dude.
I like that he has a coat made of his fucking scrotum. At the end. He gives it to his fucking wife.
God.
He gives it
he
to
literally
Sharon.
is he would have been my number one.
I
Like
think
if
he
we
would have been
didn't
my number one
discuss, we
too.
all would have Butters and all would have Randy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Go ahead.
Okay, my number one is Cupid Me. I love those like I'll rewatch them a million times.
Is there more than one episode? I
Yeah.
thought it was
There
just the
is.
one.
He comes in for the Cartman Finds Love when Nicole comes and is the new cheerleader at the school. Then Token, the boys
Which one's
like,
Nicole? Is that the black girl?
yeah.
Okay.
So then in his mind, because he's racist, he's like, Token has to date Nicole. He's like, oh, I'm happy for you,
Right.
Token. And then Cupid Me pops up. And it's like his hallucination of having to set them up. And he like locks them in the locker room. So they and like with like a basket of wine and games and candles and shit.
See, I had trouble remembering those episodes.
Oh,
I remember,
dude.
like, I have, like, an image of Cupid Me in my head. And doesn't he do, like, gay shit with Cartman at the end?
Yeah. He's like, tee hee hee. Yeah. They do some butt stuff. Yeah.
They do some butt stuff.
Yeah. But I just love because it's hallucination. And he like when Token and Nicole break up because Nicole's dad's like, you don't have to date the black person in town. You can. So he's pissed. So they break up because she's like, oh yeah. And then Cartman makes it like Kyle's gay, so she doesn't go after Kyle.
Yeah, he goes to because Kyle likes her.
Yeah.
And they go to a basketball game together, and Cartman shows up on the big screen up in like center court, and he starts talking about how he misses Kyle and he loves him, and he starts singing that.
Oh,
"I
Cartman
swear."
does?
Yeah,
Yeah.
God, I don't remember any of this.
He was upset that they broke up and she got with Kyle.
that Token and Nicole broke
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
She got, but then when they do break up, Token and Nicole, Carmen beats the shit out of Cupid Me with the bat, but it's like everyone else just sees him flinging a bat in the air when he's beating the shit out of Cupid Me in his mind.
That's funny.
And it's so funny. And then he appears again in the Tweak and Craig episode. They meet up at a gay bar.
I totally forgot about that
Cupid
episode.
Me, and then Cupid Me's like, you have to sleep with me for me to help you get Tweak and Craig together. It's like the anime poster episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first one where they were gay. I forgot that they were gay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So
Honestly-
did I. I was just watching, like I said, season 21, and the thing I put in my Snap story where Tweak's like, PC principal gets up there and he's like, hey, Butters is gonna perform on our current relationship with North Korea or whatever, and he gets up there and just starts slamming the piano and screaming, they've got nuclear missiles, we're all gonna die.
Why are you guys sitting there?
Why are you just sitting there? And at lunch, the guys are like, Craig, you need to talk to Tweak, man. And Craig's just like, well, why should I have to talk to Tweak? And they were like, he's your boyfriend. And I was like, oh, that's right. They're gay.
Yeah. But Cupid Me helps in that episode too.
I honestly considered putting Tweak and Craig, both of them.
So
on
did
my
I.
list.
They are
So
funny.
did I.
They were on my mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are honorable mentions.
Especially,
Tweak and Craig.
definitely. Especially like the episodes, the first episode that Craig's in, where he just flips everybody
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I remember watching that as a kid and just thinking like that's the coolest kid in the world. Like I wish I was that badass when I was a kid, just flipping my teachers off every time they
the
talk to me.
episode where Cartman pretends he has Tourette's, and he's like, every time he's like near Craig and Cartman says something, he's like, I wish I could call my teacher a cocksucker.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
And then fucking Tweak is the one that they replaced Butters with
Yeah.
when
Yep.
they decided they didn't want
They had
Butters to be a part of their crew.
They had that game show or
With
whatever.
The rose, yeah.
Or they acted like it was a reality show
the
or whatever.
Bachelorette or Bachelor.
Yeah, they go to the baseball game and all that shit.
Yeah.
Tweak fucking, what's the episode? He
That's
saved.
Professor Chaos. That's the episode that Professor Chaos first comes out, right?
Yeah, because he's like, I'm an outcast. But
Because they get rid of him in that
yeah.
episode.
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to watch it before we did this, but I just didn't get to
at
it.
the end of the episode,
I watched South
where
South
like
Park
I think it
yesterday.
was the game show, they did the little like, who do the boys pick to be their best friend? Then who does this? Who does that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which mainstay character
Those
dies?
those questions will be answered right now. Tweak, and then
Tweak,
he names
Miss chokes on dick.
Yeah.
and somebody else.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was who will the boys pick will Professor Chaos's plan ever work? And which mainstay character will die forever from the series? Those questions will be answered now. Tweak, no, and Miss Chokes on Dick.
yeah.
Because his idea, Butter's thing was just he just got the aerosol cans. He just standing outside spraying aerosol cans.
Yeah, with that nerdy kid.
Yeah. It wasn't like the whole. Those were the Simpsons did it episodes, weren't they?
I think the next one was.
The next one.
Because that's how Miss Chokes on Dick dies.
Right.
Because they put semen in her drink.
Yeah.
Semen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But that was when I first started watching. Well, I think I'd been watching for a couple of years at that point. But those were like my favorite. That's like my favorite season.
I'll have to say one of my most favorite Craig moments is. It's one of the pandemic episodes. I think it's the second one or the first one maybe. I don't know. One of them, but the boys get caught because they started a Peruvian flute band. And they took Craig's birthday money.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in that interrogation room, and Craig's just like, "This is why nobody hangs with you guys."
Yeah.
It's like you guys go
Craig
on
is
these
awesome.
crazy adventures and get lost all the time. Nobody wants to do that. You're just being real negative right now. Craig.
Yeah.
What's your number one, Cody? Wait, was that your number one?
No, I didn't say my number one.
Oh,
yet.
okay.
What was?
Oh, Cupid Me.
Oh yeah, Cupid
We
Me.
went
that was
back
your
to
number
Tweak
one.
and whatever, so I was confused.
Yeah, we went back. We didn't talk about Cupid Me that much. I don't know. I forgot it. I should have watched it because you told me already that you were gonna pick that, but I didn't even think of it.
They're literally my favorite. I don't know why, but I'll look for that one. It's always one of them.
So my number one is Chef.
Oh,
Old
He
school.
was,
that curveball.
Yeah,
He would be, yeah.
I mean, he was pretty funny.
and he was a mainstay at the beginning. And
I don't like why he left. I think that's why I kind of cut him out.
That's why I have some quotes from him because recently his son came out because you guys know who played him, right?
Right.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah.
Recently, Isaac Hayes' son came out and said that Isaac Hayes did not quit. That because he was in really bad health at the time, Scientology just attached a bunch of people to him. So he was just surrounded by Scientologists who took care of everything for him and just did everything for him. And his son is now saying that that's the reason why he quit, because one of the Scientologists saw the episode and sent the email saying he was Isaac Hayes, quitting that way.
Oh, that makes sense because Scientology does a lot of shit like that for everybody.
And I tried to find, because I mean, he was alive for a while after he quit, and I tried to find any quotes of him saying full on that he quit and why he quit. And there was one where he said he quit because of money. He didn't think he was getting paid enough. Is the only quote I could find him saying it. Because every other quote I found was him not really condemning the episodes, not really saying like fuck those guys because of Scientology. He said the one that I found was him saying, I'll fucking pull it up, but it wasn't full on negative.
He is funny though. I do give him that.
Yeah, he's a great character, Chef. Well, he said that he told Matt Stone and Trey Parker, Isaac Hayes said, guys, you have it wrong. We're not like that. I know that's your thing, but get your information correct because somebody might believe the shit, you know? And he goes on to say he was not pleased with the show's treatment of Scientology, but he quoted, "I understand what Matt and Trey are doing," which kind of tells me that he's not, even though
totally against it.
Yeah, even though he was like
the way they made it seem.
Yeah. So I thought that was really fucking interesting.
Because they're racist and they pick on Mormons, and they did all of this before that episode.
And that was another quote that I had where that's what Trey Parker said. Like, he was fine when we made fun of Mormons. He was fine when we made fun of Muslims. He was fine when we made fun of fucking Christians. But then once we talk about Scientology, he's done. Because they did not treat him well after that. Like, they were not happy about that, about him leaving for that reason.
See, and that's why I guess that's why I swayed more to believe them, because, like, I don't know. When somebody shows, like, an immense amount of anger like that and portrays it in a certain way, creatively like that, kind of makes me believe them.
I mean, and it wasn't like they were angry. They didn't. It was just they were parodying Scientology. They thought Scientology was ridiculous, so they made fun of it. Like they do everything.
Beautifully,
right.
Beautifully.
Like they do everything. I mean, like they did Mormons, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Dum 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 dum.
I mean, they did a whole fucking Broadway show on that shit.
Yeah.
It's a musical comedy. I could have seen it, man, and I should have taken advantage of it.
But yeah, going back to Chef, I love how like in the early episodes he would sing like such sexual songs to kids.
Yeah,
Always
like
about balls.
these kids are like fucking 8, 10.
Yeah. And it was and actually the song and like it was like that was just like them taking advantage of the fact that they had Isaac Hayes.
Right,
You know,
right.
like they
yeah,
had
yeah.
Isaac Hayes, so they're like, now let's just fucking write these ridiculous soul songs for this dude to fucking sing. And that song, Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls, actually got radio airplay.
Oh, really?
shit.
Yeah, they actually played that song on the fucking radio.
That's with the independent films, right?
Did they like edit it or anything? Did they censor it on the radio? You know,
I mean,
I mean,
not
it's
that I'm
pretty-
aware of.
it's pretty like.
Yeah, but they don't say any. He doesn't say any bad words.
But
It's more
pretty
innuendo.
it's pretty explicit.
But that was like what the thing about Chef. Like he never really did say bad words, but he just said dirty shit.
And
like,
the kids really didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
right in the movie, he
He just
spends
gets
the whole-
lost in the soul of.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just an accident. In the movie, fucking Stan asks him how to get a woman, and he just goes, "Oh, you got to find the clitoris." Whoops.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the rest of the time, Stan trying to find the clitoris.
Oh man, that movie. I have to buy it. I gotta buy it.
I wrote down the movie as one of my highlights for Chef, just because of the whole when they go in the military. And he's like, "Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?" And the guy goes, "I don't listen to hip hop."
Yeah. Oh my god, that movie is a treasure.
It is.
When did that come out?
99.
99.
Yep.
Fucking prime time. I was talking to Chad, and I feel like 99 and 2000 was like prime time for like everything.
It's
Like-
weird because like if you think about it, I mean South Park took the fuck over.
Yeah, they
It
did.
just in a big way because 99. I think the first episode of South Park premiered in like 96. Maybe I think it actually might have been 97. So that means in 2 years they had a fucking movie.
Yeah.
That made millions of dollars. Like that
Yeah,
movie
it's
was a
good
fucking
movie.
success.
Yeah.
Like that shit. It was literally 2 seasons, and that
I
was one of
think-
the greatest shows of all
I
time.
think the people at Comedy Central were like, they saw absolute gold in Matt and Trey.
Absolutely, man. It's awesome, really. Like, I mean, you gotta give them credit, Matt and Trey, for just being just who they are.
Yeah.
Just being ballsy. They had balls, man.
I try to watch a lot of their interviews because I like their views on things. Maybe, I mean, that's probably why I like South Park so much, and the parodies they do, how they mock society with that parody, they're geniuses.
They have that one interview on YouTube that I think everybody should go out and watch. I think it was from like 2000 or 2001, so it's an older interview, and it's pretty amazing. It's one of the greatest interviews ever. It's just them going over all the fucking, and they talk about the fights that they had with the MPAA over
I
the
think
movie
I've
and
seen
shit.
some of it, yeah.
It's just like it's not like a real interview. I think it's like a college that they're at. They're sitting
Yeah.
on a stage and they're taking questions from people in the audience. But it's
Oh,
a
you
really
should,
great
You should
interview.
link that to me.
I'll see if I can find it. I actually, again, I meant to watch it, but I've seen it so many times because I wanted to quote something that they said about Isaac Hayes, but I don't think it would have sounded that great. But they talked about, because this is before Isaac Hayes quit, but they talked about how amazing it was that they got Isaac Hayes to fucking do South Park, and how they got Primus to do the intro.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just about how like they were just kids, you know. They were like in their early 20s, maybe even like 19, and Comedy Central just started giving them all this money and all of these resources over a fucking cartoon that they made out of fucking construction paper.
Yeah.
Dude. It is awesome. They're really like intelligent too and funny at the same time. Like you learn something in episodes. Like
yeah.
it's very
And Kyle tells you what you learned too.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just a good show. Better than Family Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Family Guy's not as smart.
I mean,
Family
They
Guy's
slide in
just
political.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say they slide in the political, they slide into Democratic.
That's true.
There's
Yeah,
not.
they don't
It's
really-
not political
definitely-
at all.
They don't
Yeah.
really make fun of everybody.
South Park picks on both.
They pick on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about, and this is kind of me just talking shit about Family Guy for a second, they literally
Please do.
portrayed like if Al Gore would have won the election, like we would be living in the super advanced world now. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Like, how fucking... You really think Al fucking Gore is the one who is going to save the world? That if he got elected president... Like, get the fuck out of here, Seth MacFarlane. Get the fuck out of here.
I like Family Guy.
Remove your head from your ass.
I like
Not you, Seth MacFarlane.
And you. I think American Dad's better. But that's another episode, too, so never mind.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys... Something else we wanted to do is, since we didn't include the main characters, we're gonna put them in our each of us are going to put them in order of from our least favorite to our favorite.
Least to favorite. Okay.
Least to favorite, or favorite to least, whatever one you want to do.
I did favorite to least.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing.
I totally forgot about
What?
that.
I'll go first.
Well,
then.
yeah, you might as well go first,
ahead.
like Kristen.
No,
go
it'll
first.
be quick. I just need
Do you
to
want
look
me
at
to
a
like
picture of
just
them.
name them in order and then explain?
Yeah.
Okay. So favorite Cartman by far.
Sure.
Like then Stan,
Really?
Kenny, then Kyle.
So, I have Kyle as last as well because he's a whiny little bitch.
So
And
much. Like
I'm
he gets
fucking-
offended. And it's like, and he's so logical. It's like, stop. He's like the mother of the group. There's always one,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's Kyle. And they're the least favorite in real life. So
Yeah, so I 100% like. I mean, I guess he's okay, but for the most part, fuck Kyle.
he has funny moments, like that pee episode when he has to drink the pee and then.
Oh
like,
my
he's being a
god!
little
In the
bitch.
water park.
Yeah,
I mean, he's funny because he's a little bitch.
yeah, exactly. But Cartman by far first.
But no,
Oh fuck.
Kenny first.
No, he's one of almost my least.
Kenny
Man.
is my favorite
I'm
of
gonna-
the four. Because I love the old episodes, you know? I grew up on the old episodes where he just used to die. Every episode,
Yeah.
he just fucking died.
I killed
And then
Kenny,
the next
you
episode,
bastard.
he would just be there. And then I loved how they brought that back in the later
Oh.
seasons by just saying it's his superpower.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
that was one of
That was very
that was one
clever.
of the coolest fucking ways to like put that in there.
Without
to just-
questioning it. Yeah, now we
It's
know.
it was so radical.
I love that, and I love the Mysterion episodes. 'Cause, I love
Yeah.
superhero movies, and I liked watching them make fun of superhero movies. And he was a big part of all that.
Stan's personality just reminds me of myself. He's very neutral. Like
Right.
he doesn't really take sides. He's just like, shut up. Like just,
I have him as my third because obviously Cartman's going to be second,
yeah.
just because everybody knows why Cartman is
Yeah,
who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Cartman's probably all of our favorites.
Well, his is Kenny,
mine's Kenny.
Oh right.
but it's up there.
But yeah, I mean it's Cartman, you know. But
I mean, he's and so
obviously my third is Stan.
I love Stan.
I think
Really, I love all of them.
Yeah.
it's really hard to
There's not a big
really
difference
hard to
between
choose because they all have super great fucking moments.
For sure.
It's
Like
so
the
hard to
Passion of the Jew
choose.
episodes. That's even for Kyle. Those are fucking great episodes.
Yeah.
The whole fucking episode where Cartman's chasing after Kyle so he'll lick his fucking balls.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
The Imagination Land episodes.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
Because
those.
at the end he imagines him like
Kyle didn't believe.
Yeah.
Kyle didn't believe in the
I'm
leprechaun, and then they proved that it
Yes.
was real. So then that was the
Yes.
bet.
Oh, I forgot about the leprechaun.
See, and
Yeah.
those episodes, the Imagination Land episodes, is actually one of my favorite like Butters moments, like those episodes.
Oh yeah, because he becomes the Jesus
he
basically.
thinks of all the people and
Yeah.
shit.
He's the one that saves everybody
He's the
at
one
the
left
end.
behind, and then he like is important. Yeah.
So
Dude.
I also do you know who you want? What your
My
order
list is pretty much just like Kyle's the least favorite.
Of course.
Stan, Kenny, Cartman.
Okay.
Okay, that was no.
No,
We're
mine was
all
Kenny
different.
first. Yeah, we're all different. we
Yeah,
just
word.
all have Kyle as last.
I
So
just
these similarities.
Yeah.
love how you love Cartman but fucking hate him at the same time because he's hilarious, but he literally is a fucking douchebag.
Well, he's a terrible person.
I love it.
He's just an awful human being.
I hate him now because he's nice and it's like Heidi's kind of him.
But not really.
I know.
Like
It's
because
honestly
like
an
I said,
act.
I'm like I went back and started watching the season 21 and towards like in the beginning it's kind of like whatever, but how like he towards the end he makes it out. We clearly see that he's fucked up
Yeah.
and he's a dick to her.
Yeah.
But towards the end, he makes it seem like she's the one that's being a dick, and he's completely
he
fine.
gaslights her. He gaslights her.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to come out that was all an act of him, though, and he goes back to being a dick.
I mean, like
just do
the-
it.
Well,
the-
yeah, but I don't want. I
one-
want Heidi to stay a bitch too. I want there to be 2 of them now.
Yeah, because Mr. Mackey's like, to the PC principal, he's like, she's like Cartman, but follows through.
I mean, and I wouldn't be surprised if the next season they do an episode focused on like 4 of the girls, each playing like the role of the other boys.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because you could have Wendy be Stan,
True.
Heidi's Cartman,
that'd be cool.
and then you just throw 2 more, whatever. There's Bebe and.
Henrietta for
But like they like just a whole episode, like 'cause, you know, like the last season they did the whole fucking the mother episode with the fucking fecal transplant thing,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
integrity episode, and then they did
It's
another
Tom Brady,
one.
right? They need Tom
Yeah.
Brady shit.
Yeah. So
Oh my
like
God.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just did a whole episode like that, but it was just the 4 girls from the class
That would be
doing
good.
some kind of shenanigans like the boys would.
Bring that girl back from the Jonas Brothers episode for Kenny. The one that...
The older one that
Yeah.
gives hand jobs after listening to the
Jonas
Jonas Brothers.
Baby.
That's great. So one character that I thought would have been mentioned today because of what a lot of people know, what we do, is Towley.
That's why I didn't.
I thought you were gonna say
I was,
Towley.
but then I did. I was going to, but then I'm like, but that's what you said.
It's super obvious.
Yeah, we're gonna let. He's
We're a bunch of
stoner
stoners.
towel.
Like, what stoner's not gonna like Towley?
And
He
honest-
also he doesn't change very much, you know.
No.
He just kind of shows up and says the same shit. He's
I
never
like
really
him
a
in the newer
full-on-
ones, like because he's pretty much Randy's sidekick in the whole weed thing. So
He was that's funny. He was hilarious in the newest game, the Fractured Butthole.
oh yeah, that one
where
is
he's
good, yeah.
he's sober but he's working at the fucking at the store or at the weed
I
store.
haven't got that far. I stopped playing that game. I like very beginning where you fight the priests.
Well, he gets in the fucking. And he works in the weed store, but he's sober still, so he's just on edge and just like freaking out. Like they talk to him for a little bit, and his anxiety just shoots through the roof, and
Yeah.
he gets fucking pissed.
It's so funny.
It's great.
That is funny.
That's a good honorable mention. I'll throw an honorable mention out there too. The Woodland Critters.
Ooh, yeah.
I fucking
See,
watched
these are
the first
characters I
episode.
forget about.
Yeah, I
Even,
watched
like,
the first
I looked
episode
up
they were in
this
the other
huge
day.
list, and
Fucking amazing, dude.
it's
The
the
very
first
first
one
one.
with
Because they're fake. They're not real. They're Cartman's imagination. Because the whole thing is Cartman telling the story about Kyle becoming the Antichrist.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
'Cause they convinced Stan that they're trying to give birth to Jesus,
That's why
basically.
they're in imagination land. Because
But-
it's Carmen's imagination.
Oh.
Yeah, and they get
okay. Yeah.
They get Stan to kill the mountain lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just watched it the other day, and one of the funniest lines from any South Park ever is they're like, he's like, he asked the 3 baby cubs, the mountain lion's 3 cubs, like, can you guys kill the Woodland Critters? And the one of them goes, no, we've only got baby teeth. And the second one goes, yeah, and baby claws. And the third one goes, yeah, and a dead mom. Fucking hilarious.
I need to
dude.
watch that episode. It's been a while.
I want to go back and watch all of them now.
Yeah. I watched South Park all day yesterday from when I woke up. Till,
I
I
did
played again.
on Friday, I think. Friday or Saturday. I
South
just
Park
sat
is
and watched
like
South Park.
always it's always what I watch, and it's always my background noise for when I'm like cleaning up after the kid or making dinner or some shit
Same.
like that.
The thing is, like, I wanted to watch every episode that I wrote down here, but
So you kind of have more quotes and know what to do. Yeah.
yeah, but what I ended up doing was I'd watch one of them, and then I would end up watching another one that I didn't even fucking write down.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, I forgot about this episode.
Yeah.
Just going through all the episodes, be like, oh, I really want to watch this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I'll like let them play, and
Same.
there'll be an episode I want to watch, and then just get caught up doing something, and I just keep letting them play. I'm just like moving on.
I have another honorable mention. Fucking Skank Hunt. Kyle's dad.
Kyle's dad,
In the
yeah.
newer episode. He's stupid.
Gerald.
Yeah, that's his name. But he's hilarious as Skank Hunt. Like,
I just watched
one of
those
the
episodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
in the Chef Aid episode, which is the one that I actually did watch that I wrote down. He lets Chef fuck his wife.
What?
Yeah, because Chef has to raise $2 million, and the only way he could think to do it is by prostituting himself. So he just like fucks everybody, like every girl in the town, and that's something I wrote down that I thought was fucking hilarious. He the kids try to sell chocolate for him to help raise the $2 million, and they're like, we got you $93, and Chef goes, he was charging $100 a pop. And he goes, well, I raised $410,300, so we haven't really made it. And it was like 2 days.
Wow, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
But Kyle's dad's like in that dolphin episode when they make Kyle a basketball player.
Yes.
Or...
Well, they make him a dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But Kyle's a basketball player, which is what...
I think when the whole skank stuff was his best.
I love it.
But probably one of my favorite episodes, and it's not really because of him, it's how Randy reacts to him.
Yeah.
Is when they masturbate in front of each other in a hot tub.
The hot tub, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great episode, too, because of the whole fucking...
The SWAT
the
team out there.
ATF.
Yes.
Yeah, the ATF.
Yes.
Like, we're not going to let these guys commit suicide if that means we go in there and kill every one of them ourselves.
They just gun everyone down that walks out.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else got any more honorable mentions?
I don't.
I like Shelly.
Shelly, that was another episode I watched too, where they try to watch the Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah, and they want
Commercial.
them to go get her tampons in order to watch it.
They come home and open the door and just blood just flows out.
Or when she's nice to that one like kid that has to wear the padding around his shoulders.
Oh yeah.
And then he dies because she convinces him that he doesn't need to.
Does he die?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think he might kill himself. Well, he dies either way and then she doesn't have that friend anymore.
She invites him in to play like Xbox or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They go on dates and stuff, and then
I don't remember him dying.
He does at the very end.
Where?
Cause
is it like sad? Does she get sad?
She does, but it's hilarious how he dies.
I need to watch more of the newer episodes. I always end up going back to watching the ones from like fucking.
That's
like
why I decided to watch season 21.
Like
I was like, I need to watch this again.
Mr. Garrison.
Yeah, that was another one
Yeah.
I thought about.
Yep.
I thought about him.
Mainstay.
When
Who knows? Maybe we'll have to do another one of these. And
Yeah.
just sitting here talking about there's so many great characters.
Maybe do like another way off character.
Jimbo and Ned.
Yeah, dude.
Those guys are fucking awesome.
On and on, dude. Because they've all had their episodes where they've said their comedic stuff. Ike's a big one.
When he goes through puberty and he's like chewing tobacco on the couch.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to keep this top 3 on the list because we've definitely got enough we can fucking go through another 3.
I already think I know the next 3.
Yeah, right? All right. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. That was everybody's top 3. I hope you had a good time.
Peace out.
Peace.